Everyone to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Or should I say Dean Olsen, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like it.
The final 2 weeks of the regular season are upon us, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike, they're going to be hard to beat. He played really well last week, but when we talked to his coaches, they told us, they're like, he has lived here all week. He has taken his level of play even up another notch. And if he can continue to operate this system, continue to get all of his weapons involved, this leadership, this ability to lead by example, it's going to rub off on the rest of this offense. I think they're going to have a good chance of changing from last week's loss to coming away today with a victory.
Quick throw, taken in, and they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Now they'll set up to throw, and they're going to work this down inside the 45.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. So the hope is, when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space, so when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. They'll throw out of the gun. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
That one is good. And the visitors will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be let out, Greg, by their quarterback, a first-round pick in the April draft.
And he's coming off a game where he's pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest. He had a couple nice throws here and there, and I think that's what gives this team hope that he is the quarterback for the future, Mike, because when he's on, it looks like big boy football. The problem is they just don't see it enough. He didn't get into any sort of established rhythm, never found the end zone, and of course he had the one interception. I think today, get him off to a good start. Get an idea of what the defense is looking to do to counter you, and find some easy layup.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Handoff here, up the middle, and no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. On play action, the rush gets there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line.
The offense's backs were already up against the wall, but after suffering that last sack, it's all but eliminated whatever breathing room they had left. And for the rest of this drive, they don't have much room for error at all.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. 3rd and long. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And this drive is going backward. Taken down for a loss. The defense with a quick 3 and out.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
They're all set to punt this one away, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. As we get a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns by a running back, he sets the pace here as we get to the latter stages of the season. Back to throw here to begin the drive. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
He's got his man right side. It's complete. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw again. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. They'll look to throw yet again. And he'll take it on in. Greg, offensive coordinator's script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive. They've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, it's going to be a long day for this defense.
No problem there on the extra point. And the visitors are out to a 10-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And things are getting a little tight with 2 weeks left in the regular season. Already, we can look ahead in both conferences to some critical divisional matchups ahead in Week 18. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. On 2nd down, they run the counter. And he's going to weave his way forward. That's a first down at the 44-yard line. They'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide. This a mess on the offensive end. He goes out of bounds. That's going to be a loss of 5 yards on that play. We are through 1. 10-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
He'll look to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
Here's their punter now, as he'll come on to punt this one away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. In fact, he leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. This is caught. down that right sideline. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. Throwing now from the gun. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Throwing now on 3rd and long. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now the return, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming, getting started with 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Open man, right side, he's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Back to the air one more time. Back to the sideline and intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky this didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. From the gun, here's a handoff. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but they didn't gain any here, and now it's going to be 3rd down. Back to throw. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, He's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They find themselves down 13-0 here. As they try to get things started offensively, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he will go all the way. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
The extra point, up and good. And his guys are on the board. It's now 13-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Little short pass here. Caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Now they'll set up to throw. Now he'll run. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I continue in just a moment. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Results in a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete, but there's a flag back in the backfield where the quarterback is. They may have got him after he released the ball. What a critical flag. Roughing the passer, it sets up 1st and goal. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 1, 2nd and goal. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Once more from the 2, 3rd and goal. It is brought in the end zone. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Extra point attempt still to come. He gets it to go, and the visitors add on 1 more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. This team's offense going to take over just before the half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the open. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we're off to Orlando. Going to check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the home team who are out in front. From there, we're off to check out another game. And as you see, they were winners earlier this afternoon. Anthony Richardson, a strong performance there, over 300.
And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So now this team's offense ready for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll look to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 38-yard line.
He'll go right and find his running back. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
9-yard loss.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. So 2nd down, and they'll run it. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
That is caught. What a throw. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Drive will start on the ground. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. In trouble, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now faking the give. He's going to let this one go deep. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Up the middle they go. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the visitors will take over possession here at the 44.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll run on 2nd down. And And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the visitors add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Patterson motioning over. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score a point. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. What does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups. Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
He's going to air this one out. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. It's a pickup of 12. That's enough for a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing now from the gun. He'll try and get there on the ground. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up 1st and goal.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Here's a run. And he will score. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The extra point is good. And his guys will cut it to a 2-point lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. And that will be a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 3 on the play. Results in a 1st down.
He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield.
This guy's really starting to roll now. I mean, his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up. And until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They'll look to throw yet again. Now he is in. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the 4th quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
A try here for the extra point. His kick is good. And the visitors will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the 39-yard line.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Now a 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Throwing right. It's taken in. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
He's going to run it. And he's going to be taken down. Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he will score! Game on! Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. Now a run on first down. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on
Delay
top.
of game, offense. Still 2nd down.
He'll look to throw. Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll stick with him again. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense.
Following the penalty, they'll run it. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. That is not going to work at all. He'll manage to only get back to the line of scrimmage. Very short of the 1st down. 4th down coming up. That's taken at about the 14. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The offense headed back out. Captained, of course, by their quarterback. Here is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Going right sideline and complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now on 2nd and long. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Here we go. One final play. And that's going to be intercepted. And the visitors are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So it's a win for our visitors. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play, and the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.